All right, so we've made it to the next section. Right now, we're talking about authentication. So, how do you want your card holders to log in to CloudCard's online photo submission application? So, if you had selected earlier that you're going to be provisioning card holders using SSO, uh, it, you're most likely going to want to use SSO for authentication as well. So, I definitely recommend just selecting yes for that and kind of moving on. Now, there are, the other main method for authentication would be if you're doing the bulk imports, whether you're doing them manually or using the automatic CSV importer, that would generally send a welcome email to that card holder once they're created, and that would contain a login link that they would click on that link, and it would let them into the application. So if you're not going to be using single sign-on, you can kind of hit no and proceed on to the next section. But if you are, there's a couple other things to kind of talk through. So the first thing here is, do you want SSO to create new card holders if they don't already exist? Again, if you're provisioning with SSO, you most likely want to select yes. Would you like SSO to update cardholder information? So a lot of our customers are kind of 50-50 split on this, but we do have the ability to update cardholder information, such as like a name change, or things along those lines, those custom fields. If that information is updated in your database when a cardholder logs in, if that info is different, we can update their information within CloudCard as well. So if you want that flexibility, feel free to hit yes here, and we'll definitely add that in for you. And then the next question is about SAML2 attributes. So if you're not sure what a SAML2 attribute is, it might not be a bad idea to reach out to whoever it is in your IT department who handles your single sign-on process. But those attributes are just the different fields for a user that get passed through to us when they log in. So you're going to have some sort of email address and identifier, but the rest of these would be some of those custom fields. If you want to pass through their full name or their preferred name or first name, last name, campus, or something else. If you're an employer that's doing something very specific to you guys that you want to know, position or what building this employee is working in. You could definitely, if you can pass that through your single sign-on as an attribute, we can definitely have that be a field within CloudCard as well. Then, so go ahead and just select which ones you want, and then the next question will be to list the attribute names within your single sign-on configuration. So in your IDP, what are the actual names those attributes have? And we'll need those names so that we can correctly map the names of the attributes on your end with whatever the attributes are named within CloudCard. Because sometimes the actual name is just 12, 16, 18 character kind of random phrase. That's not going to make a lot of sense if that was the name of the field within CloudCard. So we like to use some names like this, and we can kind of match that up in the back end with whatever the actual attribute name is within your IDP. So go ahead and list the attribute names here, and then we'll proceed on to the next section. Thanks.